top5rapwebsite.com. You already know what's going on. Yo, it's Kendrick Lamar falling off. Kendrick Lamar, he just dropped this America Has a Problem remix, which is a remix to a Beyonce song. I listened to his verse, and coming off of Mr. Morale and the Big Steppers, which I did a reaction and a review on, you can go on my channel and either look at me react to each song, song by song, or just watch the little short review that I did. I wasn't feeling that album. It wasn't a bad album. I think I gave it like 3 out of 5 stars, which is like above average to good, but it's easily Kendrick Lamar's weakest album, and it's not something that I'm probably ever going to revisit. Now it's not bad though, but this verse coming off of that album, I'm not feeling it. You know, these are like some of Kendrick Lamar's weakest verses, and yo, I promise you, I've been listening to Kendrick Lamar longer than any of y'all. Like 99% of the people that watch this, I've been listening to Kendrick Lamar longer than y'all. I've been listening to Kendrick since 2009. He didn't even have OD out. When OD came out, like I was anticipating OD. Like a lot of people never even listened to Section 80, much less OD. So like I'm a big Kendrick Lamar supporter. I've bought every single album he's ever released, except Mr. Morale and the Big Steppers. Coming off of that album, dropping this verse is just not the quality of Kendrick that I expect. So now it begs the question, is he falling off? I also did a reaction to Family Ties, which won a Grammy, Baby Keem and Kendrick. That was the first verse where I started to ask myself, like, this is like a weak Kendrick verse. When that Family Ties verse came out, I thought that was Kendrick's weakest verse ever. Now, of course, people were like going head over heels for that verse. Oh, I just did this to the top 10. Bro, it was a weak verse, man. Empty, vapid. And that's kind of what I get with this America Has a Problem remix verse also. Not feeling it. And I think Baby Keem is influencing Kendrick Lamar. I never had this problem with Kendrick Lamar's music, even with the Damn album. Some people didn't like that album when it came out. I was fine with that album. I thought it was a great album. I played that album many times. I think Baby Keem is influencing Kendrick. Kendrick is doing these like weird like changes in his voice, mid-verse. The verses are like, some of them are like on Family Ties and on this Beyonce remix. They're a lot more like strangely playful, like almost like immature in a way. And I never had this issue until Baby Keem became like a rapper. Like everything prior to Baby Keem I was fine with. But anyway, you watch my channel, you know I'm not a Baby Keem fan at all. I don't like his music. I don't like his voice on records. Like I would prefer if he didn't do any records with Kendrick, because I think Baby Keem generally just brings down the quality of the song. But that's neither here nor there. It's Kendrick Lamar falling off. Now obviously you can't be #1 forever. Like even LeBron James, as I make this video, the Lakers are 0-2 versus the Denver Nuggets, 2023 NBA Western Conference Finals. And he's not performing like we have seen and taking over and dominating like we've seen in past years with the Cavs or with the Heat. You can't stay at that level forever. So Kendrick Lamar is still a legend, just like LeBron James is still a legend, regardless of how their career ends. But I think it just begs the question: is he falling off? I'm not feeling these verses. I don't like these verses. I don't like the Mr. Morale and the Big Steppers album. Again, I don't think it's a bad album. I just don't like it. When I reviewed it, I was very favorable to the album. But it's not an album that I think does a theme well, which all of Kendrick's other albums do a theme very well. It's not an album with songs with a lot of replay value. Maybe Rich Spirit is one of the songs. Maybe N95 is another one of the songs with replay value. But other than that, it's like it's like it could be an album full of throwaways. It just feels very random. There's like Kodak Black mixed throughout the album. He's here, he's there, and it's like, why? And it's like, what is this theme you're trying to connect with Kodak Black in this album? Then Kodak Black stops appearing at the second half of the album, and then it's just these random like songs. A song about his auntie, a song about father time, and then a song with a hook, you're ugly as fuck, like N95. It's just very random it feels like a compilation album almost, and they just had a bunch of songs and they're like, okay, how can we try to make something out of just these random songs? And they're like, okay, let's come up with a title and then put Kodak Black here. Whatever, man. I'm not feeling this America Has a Problem verse. I know Kendrick has fans that are gonna just love everything he does. Yeah, I don't like to call myself a fan because I'm not a fanatic. And I'm not fanatical. Like, if I'm not feeling a record, I must say I'm not feeling it. And like, alternatively, I'm not gonna listen to some shit that's bumping and like pretend like it's not bumping. Like, I was never like a huge Lil Uzi Vert fan, but when XO Tour Life came out, I'm like, yo, this is bumping. Like, I was never a Drake fan, but when Take Care came out, when If You're Reading This, It's Too Late came out, I'm like, yo, this is bumping. I'm not gonna listen to some shit that's tight and like try to act like it's not tight. But inversely, I'm not gonna listen to something from someone I like and just nod my head even though I'm not feeling it. So, you know, that's how I'm feeling about this America Has a Problem remix. That's how I'm feeling about Kendrick, you know, the past 2 years since Family Ties. The downfall started at Family Ties. And I know people love that song. I know it won a Grammy, but for me, that's the first time I listened ever. That's the first time I listened to a Kendrick verse, and I'm like, this is not good. Like, this is not the quality that you know. This is a very disproportionate in terms of quality compared to his other records. Section 80 was deep. Good Kid, Mad City was deep, but the music was still good. It was very replayable. You know, I listened to Good Kid, Mad City. I'm like, yo, right when I finished, like, Mortal Man, or no, that's Tim Butterfly. What's the last record? Real? A lot of people don't like that song on Good Kid, Mad City. But I'm like, after that song, I need to go right back. Let me listen to that again. Let me hear Backseat Freestyle again. Bitch, Don't Kill My Vibe again. Let me hear all these records again. Shireen, Master Splinter's Daughter. Like, let me hear all these records again. I don't feel like that with any Kendrick record today. And maybe I'm just being cynical because I'm not really feeling a lot of rap music today. Like, a lot of it is not good, bro. Like, there's nothing that's exciting me to listen. The last album in rap that really got me excited to listen was the Nas, King's Disease, Nas Hit Boy. You know, I love listening to their albums. Little Sim's previous album, which I thought, you know, it wasn't to the quality of her album before that, Simbi. I don't even remember the name of that Little Sims project. But, you know, another album with no replay value. I need Kendrick just to get in a space where the music's good. And yeah, the theme, cool, whatever. You know, but let's get back to quality verses. Let's get back to you know, sounding like we're actually taking our time with music and not just going in the studio and just saying anything. Shout out to all the Beehive. I know I'm gonna get some Beyonce fans. Shout out to Beehive, loyalist fan base and music. Probably not above the Barbs. The Barbs come after the Beehive. Sorry, don't kill me. But anyway, be sure to subscribe if you have not already. I know I usually do these videos like in my house, but you know, I was just feeling the car video today for some reason. Top5rapwebsite.com. Peace.